Listen, bases loaded, bottom of the ninth. Somebody left me a comment and they said, Mr. Keep It Simple. I'm going to try my best not to give up, but life is hard. Let me tell you guys something. Shout out to FLS. Shout out to everybody, frontline soldiers. Shout out to everybody in the field. And I'm going to say this again. Shout out to everybody really out here in the field. I'm shooting this video right now in the field. And I just want to say I'm no different than you and you're no different than me. I truly do believe that all men can win eventually with time. And I want to talk about the beauty of time. Now, I just want to say in the beginning, whatever you're going through, you got to understand that's the beginning. That's the start. Of course, it's going to feel challenging. Of course, it's going to feel difficult. That's the beginning. I don't care who you are, what you try to do. In the beginning, it's always going to be hard, but always tell yourself, at least I'm in the field. And I'm going to say this again. Always tell yourself, at least I'm in the field. Listen, when you're in the field, you're not a sideline watcher. Now, it's been 5.5 years since I talked about being an SLW. A lot of people in life, they sideline watchers. They're sideline watchers, and I'm not judging them. But when it's all said and done, listen, when you're in the field, you're not a sideline watcher. You're really in the field. Ask yourself, am I really out here really in the field? And I'm going to say this again. Ask yourself, am I really out here in the field or am I just talking? Am I really out here in the field or am I just capping? Am I really out here in the field or am I just yapping? Am I really out here in the field? Am I really about that action? Let me tell you guys something. I'm literally out here in the field. No pun intended. Literally drove at least 25 minutes to my house to one of the biggest soccer fields just to let you guys know, FLS, we really out here in the field. We really out here in the building. When it's all said and done, let me tell you guys something. Whatever you want, you guys have to understand. Listen, time will reveal all. Time is everything. And I'm going to say this again. Whatever you're going through with time, you're going to realize, listen, if I got through the last 15 situations, I'm going to get through this one. If I got through the last decade, I'm going to get through this situation. Long as you in the field, that's the only thing that matters. And I'm going to say this again. As long as you in the field, that's the only thing that matters. See, they want us to be sideline watchers. Listen, they want us to be born into a matrix where we know other people's stats, but we don't know our own stats. They want us to know about celebrities, but we don't know what chances we got. We're not aiming for the stars because they want us to look at stars. And I'm going to say this again. They want us to downplay ourselves, take disrespect on a daily basis, and when it's all said and done, they want us to look at celebrity, they want us to look at the stars, but they don't want us to aim for the stars. Let me tell you guys something. Think big, aim for the stars. Anything is possible. And I'm gonna say this again. With Christ, all is possible. Never downplay yourself. And I'm going to say this again, never downplay yourself. Whatever you're doing, give it some time. And I'm going to say this again, whatever that you're doing in life, literally give it some time and always tell yourself, I'm really in the field. It's okay to talk to yourself on this journey. You're not crazy. You're not going insane. You're not losing it. It's okay to talk to yourself. Listen, if you don't got a mentor and when it's all said and done, listen, if you need any type of mentorship consultations, email me at keepitsimple269@gmail.com. But if you don't got a mentor, you have to literally talk to yourself. And you got to tell yourself every day, no matter how you feel, you got to tell yourself, at least I'm in the field. And I'm going to say this again. You got to tell yourself, at least I'm not a sideline watcher. At least I'm not an SLW. At least I'm really out here in the field. When it's all said and done, when you out in the field, a lot of people that's not in the field, a lot of sideline watchers, they're going to try to get your attention. They're going to try to distract you. When it's all said and done, you got to understand they on the sidelines. They watching. When it's all said and done, they got faceless profiles. They watching. When it's all said and done, they getting real rowdy in the comment section. They watching. When it's all said and done, they're not in the field. You're the one, the content creator. You're in the field. When it's all said and done, always remember you are in the field. And as long as you're in the field, whatever happened, listen, it's just a part of the game. And I'm going to say this again. Whatever happened, it's a part of the game. And I'm going to say this again. You can't feel emotional about anything. Never tell somebody life is rough. I've been on YouTube for 5.5 years, and I never said anything was rough. You're probably thinking, Mr. Keep It Simple, you're just keeping everything bottled up like Coca-Cola. And I'm going to say this again. No, I'm not keeping everything bottled up like Coca-Cola. Life is not rough. You got to learn how to adapt. If people playing foul, you got to learn how to get ready for the foulness. If people really doing shicey things, you got to get prepared for the shiciness. If people try to snake you out, you got to get ready for the snakes. When it's all said and done, my best formula for the snakes is go to such a high altitude where snakes can't breathe. Snakes can't breathe at a certain altitude. When it's all said and done, take it so far, take it so high to the point, even if you had snakes around you, they couldn't breathe in your field. When it's all said and done, always remind yourself, I'm really out here in the field. A lot of people, they not out here in the field. They hiding out at their family house. They hiding out with the woman. They hiding out with the girls. When it's all said and done, if you, listen, I'm not judging, but to everybody 10 toes down, really in the field, really going through that isolation period, not texting women, not reaching out to women, not going on dinner dates with women. Let me tell you guys something. That's because you understand your position. Don't let anybody trick you out of your position. If you really in the field, you really in the field. And if you really in the field, guess what? Listen, you focus on your life. When you really in the field, you focus on your stats. When you really in the field, you focus on paying your rent. When you really in the field, it's impossible to go homeless because you really in the field. When you really in the field, let me tell you guys something. They gonna lie on you. When you really in the field, your managers, he acknowledged you really in the field, but you got passion like none other, so they can't have you in an operation because you got passion and you the only passionate one, so they gonna try to make an example out of you because you got passion. So when it's all said and done, your managers, they understand you really out here in the field. HR, they understand you really out here in the field. Everybody in your community, the cash registers is hating at you at Starbucks. They really understand you really out here in the field. Everybody hating on you. When it's all said and done, they understand you really out here in the field. Forget how they feel. And I'm going to say this again. Forget how they feel because we really out here in the field. They not in the field. They getting disrespected on a daily basis. They not standing up for themselves on a daily basis. When it's all said and done, you stand up for yourself. You speak up for yourself because you really out here in the field. Listen, a lot of people, they watch other people. They talk about other people. But when it's all said and done, the reality is, and notice I said the reality is, they not really out here in the field. I feel like when you out here in the field, listen, every day you got to get excited for life. Every day you got to get fired up for life. Every day you got to pump up the volume because you really out here in the field. When it's all said and done, you cannot tell me I'm not out here in the field. No pun intended. And I'm going to say this again. You cannot tell me that I'm really not out here in the field. No pun intended. You feel me? Friday night lights. And I'm going to say this again. Friday night lights. Any given Sunday. No Willie Beameth. And I'm going to say this again. Friday night lights. Any given Sunday, no Willie Beameth. You guys have to understand. You got to stop watching other people. And I'm going to say this again. You got to stop watching other people. You got to stop comparing yourself to other people. The only question that really matters is, am I really out here in the field? Am I really? That's why I call everybody frontline soldiers. Listen, I don't got followers. I don't got fanatics. People that rock with me, I appreciate the content, but when it's all said and done, I got people out here that's really in the field in Iowa. I got people that's really in the field in Buffalo. I got people that's really in the field in Ethiopia. I got people that's really in the field in Italy. I got people that's really in the field in Denmark. When it's all said and done, that's the only thing that matters as a man. Are you really out here in the field, or are you keeping up with the World Cup? And I'm going to say this again. The only question that matters as a man is, are you really out here in the field, or are you trying to keep up with the World Cup? When it's all said and done, you got dudes running around talking about the World Cup is coming up instead of talking about their major plays that they got coming up. You got dudes walking around talking about playing a parlay instead of living in an upscale neighborhood eating a parfait. You guys have to understand. Shout out to all the frontline soldiers. Shout out to all the men that's ready to be in the field. Shout out to all the men that's ready for whatever. Shout out to all men that's not going to complain. Shout out to all men that's not holding up a sign. Shout out to all men that's not protesting. Shout out to all men that's not stressing. Shout out to all men that realize that life is really a blessing. And I'm going to say this again. Life is really a blessing. You got to look around for opportunities. And I'm going to say this again. You got to look around for opportunities. Listen, I've been passing this field for literally 3 years. I never even thought I would literally record on this field. I saw the gate open. I said, listen, that's an LOO. That's a layer of opportunity. And I'm going to say this again. The gate is usually closed when I pass by. But today I saw the gate open. I said, LOO. That's a layer of opportunity. And I'm going to take full. Listen, I got to take the edge. I got to take the edge. You guys have to understand, life is beautiful, but opportunities mean absolutely nothing if you don't capitalize off of it. When it's all said and done, this is what I'm talking about. Natural resources. This is naturally in my backyard. Look at all this beauty in my backyard. But if I'm depressed, if I let the trolls get the best of me, I'm going to stay in the house. If I let my managers get the best of me, I'm going to stay in my house. If I let HR get the best of me, I'm going to stay in my house. You guys have to understand, stop letting people get you down. And I'm going to say this again, stop getting people get you down, especially when they not trying to acknowledge the fact that you in the field. I feel like as all men, we should respect other men that's in the field. And I'm going to say this again, I feel like all men, it should be a universal language. We should just respect. We should respect the people that's not sideline watching. We should respect the people that's actually trying. We should respect the people that are go-getters. We should respect the people that's going to wake up, set their alarm clock, take a shower, throw on some cologne and go get it. Those are the people that we should salute when it's all said and done. But no, they want to support, they want to salute the victims on purpose. They want to highlight the victims on purpose. They want to highlight hyper poverty on purpose. When it's all said and done, listen, the people that are trying, they make you public enemy number one. They're like, why you trying? And why you not going along with the world? Why you not going along with the victimhood? Why you out there in the field? They gonna get mad at you when you go out there in the field. And I'm going to say this again, when you go on a generational run, you got to hit that life track. And I'm going to say this again, follow the wordplay. When you go on that generational run, you got to hit that life track. They're going to get mad at you. They're going to say, why you tying up your cleats? I'm going on a generational run. And I'm going to say this again, they're going to get mad at you. They're going to say, why you tying up your cleats? Easy. I'm going on a generational run. I'm going on that life track. And when it's all said and done, I'm staying in my own lane. Whatever happens, happens. And I'm going to say this again, whatever happens, happens. You guys have to understand. You got to be out here in the field. Tell yourself, even if life doesn't feel like going your way, say, at least I'm bold enough to be out here in the field. When you look at your bank account and it's not what you want, tell yourself, listen, the reason my bank account is like this because I made investments in myself. And guess what? I'm still out here in the field. When it's all said and done, whenever you feel like giving up, say, listen, I refuse to give up. I'm remaining 10 toes down in the field. You guys got to understand, they want you to focus on celebrity players. They want you to focus on rugby players, football players, basketball players, soccer players, hockey players. Too many players for you to make plays. And I'm going to say this again. They want you to focus on rugby players, football players, soccer players, basketball players, hockey players. Too many players to focus on making plays. And that's the world that we live in. They want men to remain fanatics forever. No Michael Rubin. And I'm going to say this again. They want men to remain fanatics forever. No Michael Rubin. And never get invited to the all-white party. You guys have to understand. Listen, you can snap out of being a fanatic anytime. You can snap out of talking about my Green Bay Packers at any time. You can snap out of talking about who's the best, LeBron or Jordan at any time. When it's all said and done, Jordan ain't doing anything for you. LeBron is not helping you with your outreach. When it's all said and done, you guys have to understand. Snap out of it. Being a sideline watcher, looking at other people's stats, looking at other people's views, looking at other people's moves. When it's all said and done, that's a guaranteed formula to lose. And I'm going to say this again. Looking at other people's stats, watching other people's views, that's a guaranteed formula to lose. The real question is what you got going on. The real question is what you got popping off. When it's all said and done, let me tell you guys something. Every day is a new day. And I'm going to say this again. Every day is a new day. You guys got to come back out here in the field. Once you wake up out your bed, take a shower, throw on some cologne, and come back out here in the field. And I'm going to say this again, return to the field, show up daily. When you show up daily, it says a lot about you. It says a lot that I refuse to lose. No matter how hard things get, I'm coming back again and again. And I'm going to say this again, no matter how hard things get, I'm coming back again and again. You got to show up to the field. When it's all said and done, guess what? If you build it, they will come. When it comes to your future family, listen, literally like field the dreams. If you build it, they will come. If you build it, your future wife will come. If you build it, your future son will come. If you build it, your future daughter will come, but you got to build it before they come. When it's all said and done, you got to build. You got to build. You got to go out in the field. You got to learn how to hunt in the field. You got to learn how to run it up in the field. You got to learn how to get tough in the field. You got to learn how to go hard in the paint in the field. Everything happens in the field. Shout out to YouTube. They know since 2020 FLS, we've been in the field. And guess what? 2026, we're going to remain in the field. 27, 28, 29, even 2032. Guess what? We're going to still be out here in the field. No steroids. We're going to be out here in the field. You guys have to understand life is real. You going to look around or you going to get down. You gonna look around or you gonna play around? You gonna look around, and I'm gonna say this again, you gonna look around or you gonna get down? You gonna look around or you gonna play around? You gonna look around or you gonna feel down? When it's all said and done, what is depression gonna do for you? Is depression really gonna help you? Is that medication really gonna help you when it's all said and done? Absolutely not. You guys have to understand, life is beautiful, but it doesn't mean anything if you don't see the beauty in life. You can get creative. You can tell people that you're really in the field by literally being out here in the field. And I'm gonna say this again, get creative. You can literally tell all the people that connect and rock with your content, guess what? I'm really out here in the field. By literally being out here in the field. Life is real. Listen, reality over everything. Reality over the internet. Most people in this generation, they hustling backwards. It's subscribers over their family. Listen, it's the internet over let me tell you guys something. Reality over everything. If your reality's lit, 9 out of 10, you're going to have something in your backyard that look like this. And I'm going to say this again. If your reality's lit, 9 out of 10 in your backyard, you're going to have views that look like this. Shout out to the FLS. Shout out to the set. Let it breathe.